Okay, we'll call to order the Raymore Parks and Rec special meeting for December 10th, 2024. Can I get a roll call, please?
Member Keith.
Present.
Member Mapes absent. Member Cooper.
Present.
Troutman.
Present.
Member Manson.
Present.
Member Collier.
Present.
Member Scott is absent now, has reported he would be late.
Okay. Next, we'll move to Pledge Allegiance. Seeing no personal appearances, I will move to item number 5, consent agenda. I will ask for a motion to approve those notes.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Bill.
move we approve the minutes from the meeting in November.
It's actually, I think, September.
I said November.
Does it say November?
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it September? No, we didn't have one. It'll be September 10th meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Hearing a first and second, any changes noted? Okay. Seeing none, we'll go to vote. All those in favor? Okay. Passes 5-0.
For the record, make note, Member Scott has just arrived.
You gotta say the pledge. I did on my way in. My mic's still on.
How did you get that up?
We'll wait on you if you want to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
There we go.
Okay, next we'll move to reports.
You have it.
Superintendent?
Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah, on work session.
Park Chair, members of the board, I have submitted a written report, but there are a few items I wanted to highlight. First being this Saturday at Centerview is our final event of the year. It's one of our smaller events. It's our Teddies and Party event where we have 13 children registered, and this is where they'll get their choice of the stuffed animal, and they'll get to build the stuffed animal themselves and then enjoy refreshments. This past Saturday was the beginning of our youth recreational basketball league, and we got to enjoy both courts of the RAC, and this was the first weekend where we got to do that for one of our athletic programs. So that was really, really cool to see. The building was packed. I did want to make mention that 2 programs within our basketball programs. Our kindergarten basketball league, that was more of an instructional camp. This year, Nick changed it to where it is actually a full-fledged league. So we've got 54 participants registered within the kindergarten basketball league, and I was told that it was quite enjoyable to watch those kindergartners get to play their first basketball game. And then also our tiny basketball, our instructional classes for 3 and 4-year-olds. In years prior, we only had 2 classes. They would always get filled up, so we added a 3rd class this year. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. On the report, it says that there are 44 registered. We actually have 48 registered now, and those classes are open until completely filled. And we do have about 4 or 5 spots available in each one of those classes. Those classes are Saturdays at 9 a.m. and 10 a.m., and then we have a Thursday class that'll take place at 6 o'clock. All 3 classes taking place at the RAC. And then if you take where we're currently at, our tiny basketball program up through our 8th grade recreational league, we have over 500 kids registered in our youth basketball program. Unless Nate says otherwise, for as long as I've been here, that's the first time that has happened. So that's really cool to see that program continue to grow. And then finally, I just wanted to highlight, we're about a month into the rack being open to the public. It is open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Right now, we're using the weekends for rentals and programs only. But I can say Monday through Friday, those courts are packed throughout the week. So with that, that concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Superintendent Brennan? Nope, seeing none. Thank you. Director?
I'll ask Mr. Rulo to give a parks report.
Thank you. I also submitted a written report, just wanted to add a few things. The crew's been out actually replacing a couple dead trees and planted a few new trees this past week. We have taken all the bases off of all the fields, all the mounds. They're back at the shop getting cleaned up. Mounds will be redone, recarpeted this winter for get ready for play first thing in the spring. And also just wanted to add, pass on a great job from the crew. They actually went in right after the soccer league was over, and we tilled up all the goal mouths of the soccer fields and replanted them with some seed. It's perfect timing. Got great rains with them, nice weather, and they're coming in really nice. So look forward to a good start of a soccer league season next year. With that, I will take any questions.
Any questions for Superintendent Rulo? No? Thank you, sir. Director?
Thanks, sir. I do also have a written report. Just want to highlight it. This is a kind of a year-end, just recapping a lot of our projects. I think as the year goes by and we wrap things up, we forget some of the stuff that we have done over the years. So just want to recap those. First of all, Mr. Brennan mentioned the activity center within my report. I put some basic information in there, general budget. You know, stuff about the actual project itself. So obviously the rack is a big one for us. We didn't necessarily double the facility, although we doubled the programming space. The size wasn't an equivalent of what the initial building was, but overall the facility is right around 32,000 square feet. We have 2 full court gymnasiums, 4 volleyball courts. We have storage, 2 multi-purpose rooms, a kitchen, a break room, upstairs storage. What's that? 2 pickleball courts as well. More restrooms than you could ever want or need, and a pretty nice lobby. So it's a great facility. We're pretty blessed to have that. We will be hosting a morning event with the Chamber of Commerce in January. I believe it's the 10th. Is that the date? January 10th. So that'll be kind of the first round of welcoming the public. We are waiting on a couple items to be delivered and installed, and then we will schedule an actual ribbon cutting with Park Board and Council present. But we have a few things that we want to do that are just kind of lingering out there. We want to make sure wrapped up before we get those in place. Secondly, our recreation park and memorial park trails. We began the project with just replacing bad areas, and we ended up by the end of the year, the entirety of recreation park and memorial park trail system outside of the area wrapped around field 4 of baseball is all brand new 10-foot wide concrete. The bridge at recreation park near the pond, that was lifted and reset and reinforced. It was kind of sagging and dropping, and as we speak this week, the bridges at Memorial Park and the Arboretum are gone and being replaced. So that is a big project and looking really good. That was about $1.4 million project overall. Second phase of that, we're putting out to bid for the next summer is the linear trail parks. We'll be doing Good Parkway North, a complete remove and replace. Good Parkway South is fixing some of the bad areas and then just spot fixing some cracked areas. And depending on funding and budget, we will remove and replace Ward Park as well. So that's coming up. Recreation Park pickleball courts, those are where the old skate park was. We removed the skate park, we refurbished the concrete pad, installed 3 pickleball courts. The lights have been installed in about 3-4 weeks ago. Right now, they're on 24, they're on a photo cell, but we will be putting in a timer so that they go off at 11 o'clock. But if you go out there afterwards, you can see them lit up. So pickleball courts, extremely popular. I think we're already behind on number of pickleball courts, the way they're being used. So that project was completed in November with the lights, and it's about around $130,000 for that project. We installed a brand-new outdoor basketball court at Recreation Park up by the soccer fields and where the Ridge Bike Trails trailhead is. That project was completed this summer, and there are no lights there due to the neighborhoods that were already present. We didn't want to encroach on that. Eventually, if we feel the need to, we can come back and look at adding lights. We made sure that we had enough power to do that if we ever wanted to in the future. But we left it without lights for this particular time frame. That's a $171,000 project completed. As of last week, we completed phase 2 of a 2020 one of our bond projects, which is behind Centerview with the boardwalk and redoing all the area back there. None of that existed in 2020. So within your package, you see phase 1, the boardwalk was about $581,000, and that was to get the boardwalk and the trail connected. We just wrapped up phase 2 for $532,000, and that is about 8 acres of stormwater treatment and native plants, butterfly gardens. So it's really looks nice right now. Next summer and spring, when things start blooming, it's designed to have flowers and blooming all throughout the season, beginning in the spring all the way through the fall. I think we're going to see a really magnificent portion of Centerview once all that is in place. So really excited about that. That just wrapped up last week, so we're going through the punch list item there. Overall, that project in total was over $1 million, about 1.2 million on that. Currently, we have right now going on is maintenance guys are working with former Park Board member Eric Eastwood on our CIP project to reinstall or refurbish the disc golf course at Recreation Park. So we're working through that. Should have that wrapped up by the end of the winter, ready to go for next spring. That includes some relocation of a few of the holes based on where the rack has expanded, new signage, a lot of landscaping and access into the wooded areas. So that's a great project. Also, currently, our partnership with Big Green Turf Management, where they are redoing all the islands and the roundabout at Recreation Park. They began last Thursday, and I can tell you they'll probably be done by this Thursday. I mean, they jumped in and are killing it. So if you have a chance to drive down to Rec Park and look at what they're doing down there, it looks really good. That's turned out great. 2 more things. Thank you guys for showing up to the mayor's tree lighting last Friday as our special guest, helping the mayor flip the switch. Appreciate Community Bank of Raymore, South Metro, and Renewal by Anderson as our sponsors and partners within that program. Had a great turnout. We didn't do the ice rink because of the weather. It's just fluctuating so much we can't maintain ice consistently even though it gets cold. So we just went without it, and we had a really good turnout with the way Cecilia set up the event. So great job to my staff as well. The ice rink will be, we will start building the rink next week in hopes that the weather starts becoming more consistently cold and we can maintain ice through the holidays. So that's the plan there. And finally, Todd, myself, and Jordan Lee, our Economic Development Director, completed a year-long program, Certified Public Manager. It's a master's level course with a certification that you can continue to get through. And so we wrapped that up and graduated last Friday. So I know that was a mouthful. That's kind of year-end recap. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for the director? Do you and Todd want to sing Rock Chalk Jayhawk? Stand up and
Todd
Todd
does.
will, for
Todd
sure.
does, yes.
Turncoat. Okay. Done with reports. No unfinished business, so we'll move into new business. Action item A, Parks and Trails Public Art Locations, 2025. Director?
Thank you, sir. This particular item comes before you for an official review and approval if the board chooses to do so. If the board will remember, we actually looked at this back in April. It's about every 2 years we go through this this plan of locations where the Arts Commission and the Public Art Committee have opportunities to place public art. So they're pre-approved locations. About every 2 years we go through this. We did this in April. We thinned out and took away the locations that are now currently in use. And I stalled on this for two reasons for bringing it to you is we didn't have a lot of meetings over the course of the past 4 or 5 months. We haven't had a ton of business to do. But one of the locations that we had, I knew that the Arts Commission was going to utilize. So I was waiting till that's done, just remove it off this plan so the plan is fresh for 2025. That particular location is at TB Hanna, where we moved a piece of art next to the playground up towards the shelter. And for just better visibility, they had requested it from us. That was one of the locations that we had already selected, so we just moved it. I updated the plan, and it is before you this evening for approval. Once this is taken care of, if approved, the chair will sign this, and we will keep a copy in our files, and I'll present a copy to the Communications Department to present to the Arts Commission, so they have a work plan. One thing that was added that was not in the original agreement, on page 1, the second sentence, all other public art located in a park under the care of the Parks Board has to come back to us. So if it's not on this list and they want or request another location, they have to come to us for approval to do that. And that concludes staff report. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for the director? No, seeing none, I'll ask for a motion.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Bill.
I make a motion, we accept the 2025 Parks and Trails Public Art Location Plan as proposed.
Thank you, sir. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, I have a first and second. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, we'll go ahead and vote. All those in favor? Passes 6-0. Okay. We will move on to B, Chamber of Commerce Membership 2025. Director?
Thanks, sir. Tonight, we present to you a partnership agreement with the Raymore Chamber of Commerce. Melissa Ferrari, Executive Director of the Chamber, is with us tonight, representing the Chamber. Last year, we entered into an agreement for a membership with the Chamber in exchange for use of Centerview for Chamber events, offset cost, and so something that we could provide to them and a location for events that they needed. And so it was a great partnership. Felt like Melissa and I have talked over the course of the year and pretty pleased with how it's working out and just the ability to help each other, each entity promote each other and just be great partners within the community. So we are presenting that as another year of membership. However, we did want to bring this to you tonight. We wanted to include also, as part of the Chamber's 50-year anniversary, they have a new partnership or a new sponsorship package that is available to community members. This would be a Chamber Champion. It is the last page of your packet. Melissa and I would like to present to the board an opportunity for the Parks Department to be one of the Chamber Champions in exchange for use of Centerview for a one-day event for the Chamber's 50th anniversary. This has already gone before the Chamber of Commerce and has been approved. This is now before the Park Board. Melissa's here tonight, obviously, to help answer any questions or details that you might have. Otherwise, this is a basic one-year membership into the Chamber with additional sponsorships and promotions at our benefit for use of Centerview, and the dates to be worked out between our departments. That concludes staff report. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for the director? Okay, seeing none, I will ask for a motion.
Mr. Chairman,
Bill?
I'll have to recluse myself from this vote at this time.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So can I get a motion from somebody else?
Director, excuse me. I'd like to put a motion to move forward with the agreement between the Parks and Rec and the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, hearing a first and second. Any questions? Okay, we'll move to vote. All those in favor? Passes 5-0, one abstention. Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome.
So in follow-up, what we'll do is the chair and I will sign the agreement, a couple copies, and then we'll take over to Melissa's office, provide them with a copy, and then we'll keep one.
Okay, let's see, public comment? Melissa, would you comment? Any kind of comment? Excellent comment. Excellent. That's what we're looking for. Awesome. Okay, board member comments next. I'll start with you, Patrick.
Great event last week, kind of wrap up the year with the tree lighting. I really like the kind of end-of-year wrap, seeing everything that's been done this year. That was nice to see. I think we get caught up a lot in what needs to be done in the future, and it's nice to see what we're actually doing right now and everything that's been accomplished.
Thank you, sir. Ken?
Yeah, I'd just like to give credit on a couple things. Todd, whatever you're doing, awesome. To get those kid numbers up, that's cool. It's just really cool to see that. And of course, what the park department does all the time, just keep going because it's great. The tree lighting, like you said, that was really neat. There were a lot of people there, and everyone was smiling and having fun and stuff, and it was really fun to see that. So then this cooperation with the chamber is also cool. It's all the good things that we doing in the city. Really impressive. I mean, for a little small town, we're showing the country how it works. So that's good. I just want to give you all credit for that. It's pretty cool to see.
Thank you, Ken. Josh?
Same sentiments that other people have already talked about. There's been a lot of good things this year. Congratulations on your courses that you completed. I know it's a lot of hard work with your families and your jobs and stuff like that. But anytime we can get those classes in, it just makes us better. So other than that, though, I'm excited about what the 2025 is going to bring. So thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Bill?
Yes, an explanation for the recluse. I was sitting board president when that vote was made in chamber. So there was a conflict of interest there. I also was at tree lighting, and it was exceptional. A lot of lights on that tree. And I appreciate the mayor calling the board up and presenting us, because that was an extremely nice gesture. And I have to tip my hat to Mr. Rulo. A Santa without peer. Thank you.
You just gave away the secret. Chris?
I don't have any comments. You guys said everything.
Okay. And I'm just going to finish up. The tree lighting is always one of my favorites. And to see the whole board out there, I appreciate you guys taking time out. Steve, your group knocked it out of the park again. Todd, your group with the different things going on and the way we're handling it, and every event just seems to be getting better and better. Greta, your group in the office, never hear complaints. It's always, man, I talked to somebody, they got me to what I wanted. I thought I wanted this, but I got that. I really don't have anything nice to say about Nathan, but now that he's a Jayhawk, I don't know what I'm going to say, but rock chalk, buddy. All right. On that note, I will ask for adjournment.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Bill.
I move we adjourn this meeting.
Thank you, sir. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, I have a first and second. All those in favor? Passes 6-0. Meeting adjourned.